I always want to tell my story because I want to encourage women, young ladies, to know their self-worth and not to give up on themselves when they're going through a lot in life, you know. I'm born into a Christian home, and we're five in number, five siblings. My parents are healthy. My siblings are healthy. No one has ever fallen sick. In fact, nobody has ever visited the hospital since till now, even till now in my family. But I'm the only one that's always dragged them to the hospital, you know. Yeah, so when I was 9 years old, I had my body was getting swollen, and they took me to the hospital, and doctors told my mother that something is wrong with my right kidney. Being a religious woman, she said, give me my daughter. I need to take her to church. I don't know kidney what, you know. And she put me, I can remember I was 9 years, when she put me in a tuke bus, and it was straight up to church. She was shouting inside the bus, my daughter, what are they saying? You know, when she took me to church, glory to God, we prayed. We stayed 3 days in that church. We didn't go home. And I woke up, my body was dry because it was really sore. I was bigger than my usual self. But not knowing that, fortunately, my left kidney started working. So the right one is already packed up. So the one I was surviving with was the left kidney. And I lived with that left kidney for 15 years before it finally was pronounced that I no longer have kidneys. Yeah, that 15 years, I did a lot of things. I was always having, I suffered. I was always having toilet infection. And I thought maybe it was my body. And anytime I go to public toilet, I was using my own toilet at home. I don't allow anybody to use my toilet because I'm always prone to inching. And I will buy lots of antibiotics. I will buy a lot of things. I was using my money for school fees to buy medication. My parents would tell me, we send you money, but I don't want them to feel bad. But I told my mom one day that I'm always inching, and she asked me a question. Are you still a virgin? I said, yes. She said, okay, you're not moving from one. I said, no, you're neat. I know you to be a neat guy. I said, I'm neat. I even change my undies every time. I will be ironing. If I wash my undies, I would iron it. Like, I took care of myself, but I kept having inching, but not knowing that that was already a weak bladder. It was an infection from the bladder. It's already affecting my last kidney. These things were happening internally, which I do not know about. And then I think it was in 2011 when I met my ex. He was in US, okay? He's a US citizen. And he came over to Nigeria. He saw me. I was a very beautiful girl. So he saw me. I said he wants to marry me. And then we started planning. We did our pre-wedding photos. We did everything. We've done our introduction. I've even tested my gown. We fixed the date. The date was December 15th, 2012 was supposed to be my wedding. And in July, 20-something of July, I knocked down and I fell. They rushed me to the hospital and they told my parents that I have kidney failure. And my ex heard it in US and called off the wedding from the phone. He just called me and said, I'm sorry, I can't do this, my dear. I just can't do this, with his American accent. And I thought he was joking, you know. Then they were giving me the second pint of blood because when someone has kidney failure, the blood goes down in the body. And so he called the wedding off. That almost took my life. So where my story comes from is how I survived my body breaking down and emotional trauma. People started encouraging me because I've never dated in my life. So that was the first man I ever dated. And I've always told people that I'm not going to fall a victim of heartbreak or something because I know myself, I carry myself very well. But when it happened to me and I was on the sick bed and I felt like nobody's going to marry me like this, nobody's going to love me like this. My kidneys have failed, my parents, my dad sold his house, you know. My dad sold his own house. We moved from his personal house to a rented house in Edo State just to see that I'm surviving and I'm going for my dialysis because dialysis is very, very expensive. He has a timber that he sold his timber. In fact, they sold so many things just to see that. And this my ex can send me millions. I was a millionaire as when he was taking care of me. This me, I was begging on TV. Anybody from Edo State, who remember my story from 2012 to 2013 will remember that this is Esu talking. I came out on TV. I was crying. I said, I don't want to die. You need to see my, if I'd known, I would have put my green screen and see how I was looking in 2012. This is different now. So I was looking so sick. I looked like a skeleton. I was begging the people of Edo State to donate for me so that I will stay alive, so that I would not die, because my parents were running out of cash for my dialysis. And fortunately for me, people turned out. Two-Face, Timaya, why did they turn out? A musician in Edo State, Maleki, just announced that a young coming artist, because I was a young coming artist then, is sick right now and she's seriously down. We might lose her anytime from now if they can just support. And they came for Maleki's album launch. And that was how they all supported. They raised about 6 million naira for me. If not, I would not be able to travel to India for my transplant. And luckily for me, I was able to travel. And my mom gave me a kidney. I was surviving with my mother's kidney. I'm loved by my family, but I lost my memory when I was in India, because when I was in India, I was after about 6 months, I've done the second surgery. The fourth surgery I did was my transplant. But when I was in India, I did about 3 surgeries before the major surgeries. The second surgery almost took my life. I woke up in the ICU and my doctor said, just give her a phone. Then I was using this a BlackBerry. So just give her a phone and welcome back, Sarah, you're alive. Just give her a phone, let her play and all of that. Straight up, I went to Facebook. Immediately I click on Facebook, I saw congratulations. They were congratulating my ex. I said, oh, maybe he has become the redeemed pastor that he said he wants to be then. And I opened it, it was his wedding. So it was the space of 6 months. He left me to, he was doing his wedding. He was marrying an American, okay, a Black American there, portraying, she's in Yoruba. She was, so the trauma got to my head. I got into seizure. There's a big eye convulsion that they call seizure. So my teeth I still have a broken teeth today. My teeth was gummed together. And I started convulsing. I fell from the bed to the ground. I hit my head on the ground. So that actually affected my memory. I lost my memory for about 3 months. That made me stay longer in India instead of just going for my surgery. But I stayed longer because they needed to recover. I needed to recover mentally. I didn't recognize my mom. I didn't recognize my elder sister. They called it an acute loss of failure because it was a shock. Yeah, so my story here is that I almost died because of heartbreak, because I never expected that any man would break my heart. You understand? So glory to God. I did my transplant. I recovered mentally, but it's that one did not just come suddenly. It came gradually. Even when I still got home, people came to visit me. So some of my friends, I do not recognize them. When they will say, I saw her. You remember when we used to do this? I will say, yeah. My parents, they know that I did not remember anything. So when they go, all of us will start laughing. They say they don't know that you're not remembering. So it took, after a little while, for my memory, my doctor said it will come back gradually. They should not. Sometimes when I try to remember a lot of things, I start having migraine. I start having very strong headache. So I left it. The miracle here is that in less than 2 years, I became a teacher in Dubai. I left Nigeria and I went to Dubai to be a teacher. And when I was a teacher in Dubai, I was teaching in a British school in Dubai. And when I went to India for my checkup, I normally go to India for checkup every year. I spend more than 1.6 million naira for my medication. After transplant, there is medication. And when my doctors heard that I was teaching in a British school in Dubai, they have to publish me in their newspaper in India, that a lady who lost her memory, who they thought it would take several years, is even passing knowledge to people. It was very wonderful that within the space of 3 months, they made me a leader in the school in Dubai as the head. I was heading my department, a department of about 15 international people. Like we have the British, the Americans, the Indians, me, a Nigerian that don't even have masters. They saw my hard work, and I don't know, it's just grace. So I picked up my pieces and I never told my people in Dubai. I never told my who employed me that I'm a post-transplant patient. I don't want anybody to tag me on that. So I'll just tell them I can do this job. Just try me, test me. Within the space of 3 months, I came to meet people there. They just took me and put me head of department and said, "You're doing great." And I'm wondering if these people know my story, that this girl brain, I'm losing my memory. I once lost my memory, but now I'm back, And before I left Nigeria in 2015, I decided, because when I went back to UBTH, I was doing my dialysis in UBTH. I went there to visit, with people who used to do dialysis together. To be honest, Udogu, 80% of them have died. 80%. In fact, it was new people I was seeing. I was asking, where is this person? They say, this one has gone. They could not cope up with dialysis. So I started crying. My coming back to Nigeria was a very sorrowful one. That I just saw that the people that I felt I want to come and share my good news with, they are no longer here. So I decided to have a foundation. That's the name you're seeing on my platform, ESO Kidney Alive. My name is SOS Cyril Sagede. So it's an acronym of my 3 names. So, and my stage name in Edo State then used to be ESO. So I just said ESO Kidney. My kidneys are alive by the grace of God. So I gave myself that name, and I registered my foundation in 2015. I had one of the biggest launch of foundation in Edo State in 2015, that even the former Minister of Finance came to people resonated with my story because they saw me on TV, how I was looking. I don't mind. Personally, I can show you, I can send you my photo. You see that it's not this girl standing here. It was just skin that was covering my skeleton. Nobody thought I would be alive, So when I came back, even then my governor of Edo State, Governor Oshomole, said he wants to see that girl, if that girl is really still alive. I went to his office. I visited so many people who actually donated to my foundation. Then I had about more than 600 people came for kidney screening on World Kidney Day in 2015 in Edo State. And I was able to provide erythropoietin. There's this very small injection that boosts blood for kidney patient in dialysis in UBTH for over 50 kidney patients. And it's very, very expensive. I was able to reach out to these people, but people do not know that I still live under medication as a kidney patient. You understand? So people just say, "Oh, so you're doing great," and all of that. But they don't know that for me, I don't care about myself. I care about the people who are actually struggling. But to be honest, we live under medication. And that medication is quite limiting, Odugu. People, when men come into my life, they say, "Oh, this girl is beautiful. Oh, you are outspoken and you're intelligent." And then I tell them, "Look, I'm a post-transplant patient too." They will run. They can't even stay. They can't even date me. Some of them will date for a while. They are still trying to understand if they can be with a woman like me. Because the most challenging thing is that they will ask me, "Can you give birth?" And my doctors have told me, and you're having your mother's kidney, and you are taking medication to make the kidney work every day, and they are quite strong medications. So it's very difficult to be pregnant and have a child under those medications. So when I tell men that this is my condition, they run, especially African men. You get it? So when I was in Dubai, although I'm sorry, my story is not, I don't know if it's a sorrowful story, but I'm driving somewhere. When I was in Dubai, it took me 6 years to recover from my first relation. That relation that almost killed me, that my heartbreak. 6 good years I stayed away. So when I'm advising young ladies, I tell them, please try to move on, because in my time, I didn't move on. I was more in a relationship that was already gone for 6 years. So when I sat down in Dubai, I saw that 3 years have gone by. 4 years have gone by as a single teacher. I was doing well. I built a house for my father. That house that he sold. In less than 3 years, I built a house, a big house for my father in Benin. I bought him back his tipper. I opened a business for my mom. This is a girl that my parents were just saying they want me to be alive. To just, when they call my name, I saw her, I should say, "Sir," or "Ma," so they will be okay. They never thought that I would be the child to change their story. Are you getting it? So when I was doing all of that, but I have to sit down and think, my age is going, I'm now in the middle 30s. Okay, I think it's time for me to move on. I need a man. So the year I decided that I need a man was when I met my ex now, my present ex. Yeah, so I met this guy. I was doing so well like this in Dubai. I met a taxi driver, okay, who was doing nothing like, but he's from Inewi, but he had a very great vision. So when I spoke with him, I saw that his vision was clear. He wants to make money. He wants to do business. Guess what, Odogu? I invested in him because he loved me. He claimed he loved me, right? I told him about my story. He was the only one that stood by me, that said, with or without your story, I'm going to be with you. I will marry you if only I have the money. That I thought about it. I don't want to disappoint my parents. I don't want to bring a man from my status. I'll bring a man home that is not doing anything. So I asked him, what do you want to do? He said he wants to do business. And I looked at him. He's a very driven person. Odogu, I invested in this man. He right now, people, my face is a popular face in Dubai because people know me so much, and everybody knows my story, that I actually, God used me to invest in a man, and right now he's one of the youngest, richest guys right now in Dubai because of the company both of us opened. But when I was opening when he was opening that company, I never thought that I will fall sick again. So my story is coming to the sad part now. I never thought I would fall sick again. So I was never interested in put my name in the companies that you're opening, that I'm giving you money to open, because I felt this is going to be my husband. What belongs to him will belong to me. After all, I'm the one investing in him. So it's also mine. Are you getting it? So I never thought, okay, what I will get from the relationship. I'm always looking at the future. So me, I'm doing well in my career. So I want him to do well in his business. So when I invested everything I had in his business, the business was kicking off. COVID started, Udugu. And while I was teaching in the British school, I contacted COVID. But because I'm a post-transplant patient, the COVID hit me so hard. I almost died. I was rushed to the hospital, and they pronounced that my mom's kidney that I was living with has failed. So that was the greatest tragedy of my life. It's not the first one. It's the fact that somebody donated her kidney for me, and she's doing so well. She's happy that I'm alive. And the news that I didn't want to hear, it's like my nightmare came before me again. And I was seeing them rolling me. They put a pipe on my neck. I have scars on my body. There's a big scar here where they put a pipe on my neck. They were trying to make me survive because I can't breathe. My face was already white. Blood was stopped. So it was both COVID and kidney failure at the same time. So thank God for good doctors who actually, they told me I was always almost 1% gone when they brought me to the hospital. So they put a big pipe on my neck. And when they were taking me to the machine, I was sharing hot tears in my head. I'm back again to this. Because you know why? That same year, we were planning to go home. This guy has already called my father and said, Dad, I'm coming home. I want to marry your daughter. My business is coming up now. So I want to marry your daughter. My dad was excited. Oh, you found a man. I said, yes, Daddy, don't worry. We're coming home this December. In November 20th was when I broke down, and they rushed me to the hospital, and then they pronounced that I was having kidney failure again. And my fear was, the second time, because I was about getting married in 2012 when that happened. So I'm asking, this thing has happened again the second time. Is it that the world don't want me to get married? And he was with me because he knows my first story. So he didn't want to act like my first ex. So he stayed for a while. He took me to the hospital. He was watching me. I would ask him, do you want to leave me? He would say, no, I'm here. But I think after a while, after a few months, I did dialysis for almost 2 years in Dubai before I moved to the UK. I think after a year and few months, when he drops me, he drives back home. He's with his Igbo friends. They are now making money. The business we started was a big one. We were bringing in containers from Nigeria. So he was rolling with the big boys now in Dubai, and they are all Igbos. So they are asking him, is she an Edo girl? Say yes. No, don't marry an Edo woman. So being an Edo girl was a big problem. And then she's even sick of kidney failure. So news got home. I don't know how the news got home to his family. And they started calling him. They said they would disown him if he ever married me. And I remember then he used to tell them that this girl is my leg and hand though. This money I'm building. If you see his mansion, Odogu, that he built in Ninewi, I was the one. I took that plan from my good guy. Guy is my friend. I took that plan from my good guy. I said, "My good guy, give me this plan from you, the one you built for your mom. I want to build a house. Me and my fiance, we want to build a house." I said, "Okay, if it's you." They sent me the plan. This, if you see this house, so the things he built, he put in that house in India. We both of us went to the market in China market in Dubai. We bought all those things because I thought this is a man I want to marry. Are you getting it? But after a while, he said he can't do this. He moved on. Actually, I started noticing he was talking to another woman, a lady he has never met, but they helped him to marry this lady for him in Nigeria, And they told him, if she's the one that made you who you are, pay her off. I heard them say that. They said you should pay me off. And I was crying. I said, how can you pay me off? You can't pay me for the time, the sacrifice. I used to borrow money from school. Then my salary is huge, but I used to take salary advance. I used to do a lot of things. I would work extra. In fact, it's one of the reasons why my kidney was weak for the COVID to even knock it down. I worked extra. I used to cry. I'll tell him I want to change my job, that my job is killing me. He would tell me, if you stop, me, I don't have anything. How can you stop? So you are the one carrying us. So I'll say, okay, I will still be working. At the end of the day, the kidney failed. He was doing well financially, and then he said he can't marry me. So this time, the heartbreak did not break me, because I know what I suffered the first time, how I lost my memory, how I suffered so much. So I told myself, I became strong. So this is where my resolution and my mindset changed. I said, look, I will not allow any man to mess up with my head. I won't allow even the sickness in my body. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm a kidney patient. I'm back again as a kidney patient. I used to be a survivor, but now I'm a fighter again, And I told myself, I said, I will not allow the sickness or emotional trauma break me, because my parents are still alive. My siblings are still alive. If I die, then I lose. I started becoming so strong. When I talk to people are wondering, like, but you don't look like what you're going through. I said, yeah, I walked in my head. I'm writing a book right now. It's called The Power of the Mind. I want to let young women know that. I know both young men, but I'm more concerned about women because I'm a woman. I want to encourage women to know that sometimes we go through life. We don't know why life takes us through the journey that I'm writing in my book. I said the life is a script. It has already been written. When you were born, your script was already written about what you're going to become, about what you're going to encounter in life. You are just an actor. Now, the way you act your script is what matters in life. You want to be a weak actor, you want to be a strong actor, or you want to be an inspirational actor. An actor that when you act your script, people will be envious of you and say, I love to be this actor. So you need to choose you up and down. From this level I was in Dubai, I stopped working. I resigned. I looked at my big job and I wrote my resignation letter when I was in the hospital with tears. Thank you so much. With tears on my eyes, I was writing because I know right now I have to depend on a man. I depended on him for 1 year. Odogu, I dated him for 3.5 years. Just the last year, which made it 3.5, was when he took care of me, that he gave up. But this was a man I took care of for more than 3 years. More than 2 years. It was me that was the house we stayed. I took my car. I bought him a car 2017. As of 2019, I bought him a car of 2017. Kia Sorento. It was my car, but I allow him to drive. I want him to feel like a man. I don't want him to feel like I have money more than him. I want him to be comfortable. You get it? I'm not proud of what I've done. My parents did not judge me, but I'm telling young ladies today, and my story is, if you have opportunity to change a man's life, do it. I'm not going to say stop. My story is not, please, when you don't help any man. No, my father told me something and said, when I was crying, I was packing my things. I have to leave Dubai because I don't want to cry. I was telling myself that I want to remain in Dubai, but I asked him a question. I said, why do you want to get married to a woman and bring her over to Dubai? In Dubai, people know both of us. Why don't you just get married to me in Dubai? And if you want to, because of childbirth, if you want to marry the woman in Nigeria, you can go and marry her and she will have children for you. I was bringing myself low to that extent that I wanted to be I wanted to be in that situation where a man will marry me and go and marry another woman, so that he can have children. Because then, as a kidney patient, as a post-transplant patient, I can't even have children, not to talk of a kidney patient. So I was telling him, I want you to have kids. You're a young man. I'm not going to stop you from that, but I've built a life with you. This is our mansion. This is our business here. How do you expect me to walk away with nothing? Because now I've resigned and all the money is in the business and my name is not in the business. And I asked him, I said, okay, if you want to leave me, what about the business? He said something. He said, my friends are even happy that your name is not in the business, because I don't want my future wife to have problem with me because I have a name in my ex name. That thing broke me, Odogu. I cried for days, just knowing the fact that not because a man broke my heart, but because I know I want to start from square one again, because now I can't walk. I can't do anything. Are you getting it? All the money I would have invested in myself. I'm grateful to God that before I met this man, I've already done something at home for my parents. I built a house. I've done a lot for my siblings. But in the space of meeting this guy, my parents used to call me and say, are you okay? I said, yes. My landed property, I wanted to do something. I wanted to build a hostel. I had vision, but everything was on stop because I was building a man, because I felt like if we get married and he's stable, then we cannot do our vision together. So my parents will ask me, is everything okay? Your land is growing grass, or the other one, they want to take it to. Well, I say, mommy, don't worry, I'm working on something. I was building somebody else's son. But I will not tell any lady to stop if you're in that situation. I'm not here to tell you, don't ever build a man. I've seen women who build with men and they are eating the dividends of it. Are you getting it? So it's just life. Life happens. When I was about to leave Dubai, my doctors advised me that, look, if you are in Dubai, you're spending a lot of money on your dialysis. You should go to UK where NHS will be free so that you can take care of yourself. I looked at my life, the kind of life I've built for myself in Dubai, and how I can leave it behind and come to the UK sick and not having anything in my pocket. So I was asking, oh my God, oh, I'm sorry. It's a lot to start from square one again, It's a lot. My dad told me something. He said, you should be grateful that through you, a man is lifted up. That you are like an ocean. You are a river that flows, that no matter how many people drink from your river, you don't get dry. That word hit me so hard that I thought of giving up, but I held on. I said, I don't want this heartbreak to break me. I don't want me being sick the second time to break me. I need to be strong for myself. My parents, God gave me a very strong, supportive people. My parents, my siblings, they are the best. If I'm coming back to this life, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry. I hardly cry. Oh, yeah. So if I'm coming back to this life, I want to come back to the family which I came from. My family, I don't know. I hold them a lot.
Faisal, do you want to go get some water? Are you okay?
I'm a kidney patient. We don't drink a lot of water.
Do you want to take a break?
I'm fine, Odogu. I'm fine. I didn't know I'll break down. When I tell my story, I don't cry. I don't know why I'm doing this. Yeah. Yeah, when that word my dad told me, my parents, they told me, look, pick up your pieces. You were once broken, and then you pick up your pieces. You went to Dubai. You did a lot. You can still pick up your pieces and go to the UK, and you will do a lot there. We trust you. We trust the process. We trust God in your life. So don't let whatever has happened to you stop you. I said, no, Dad, I want to stay in this place. My money is in this business. We have 2 big companies. The biggest African shop in Dubai is what we have in Dubai right now. Anyone hearing my voice from Dubai, we know who I'm talking about. That used to be my business, the biggest African shop. So I said, I can't go away. I can't come to the UK. I never wanted to be in the UK. I said, I want to come as a student. I will come and start from square one. Dad, they said, you have to do it. You will leave that country. This boy don't want you around. He said he's bringing his wife from Nigeria. So boy, where will you be? Where will you be at? You can't even walk. You can't rent your own house. So go. You have to leave. So I picked up my pieces. I was holding on that word my dad told me. Said, you are a river. Many people will drink from you. You will not still run dry. I told my dad, I'm exhausted. I think I'm dry because everything has left me. Now I'm sick again. They said, you can do it. I picked up my piece. I remember in the plane how I cried my eyes. The air hostess came to give me a lot of tissue. She doesn't know why I was crying, but I kept crying. And when I landed this country, I touched the ground. I said, this ground, you will favor me. You will favor me. I'm a kidney patient and I've lost my emotions. Everything is messed up, but I don't know how I'm going to cope. I don't know how I'm going to survive. No parents, no sibling. But this land, you will favor me. I prayed that prayer. And the first thing I did was to look for a hospital because as a kidney patient, I go to the hospital 3 times a week. You know, it's not easy. I went to register in the NHS. I told them I'm a kidney patient. And they quickly put me on the machine. They care for me so much that even they come to pick me at home and drop me back free of charge. Being a kidney patient, I never knew that it's like that here in the UK. And I'm so grateful that I made that decision to come here. And gradually, when I'm in the classroom, I'm looking at everybody. People are wondering what's going on in this girl's mind. I guess what I came out with the first class, despite the fact that my head was messed up, my emotions was messed up. I could not walk like every other person. But when I come home, I carry my laptop to the dialysis section. I'm doing that dialysis. I'm reading. I'm studying. I fought. When I say I'm a fighter, I give myself that title. I'm a fighter. I fought my emotions. I fought my mind. I fought in my body. This body has gone through a lot. It's gone through a lot of injection, a lot of things. Even right now, I have a big swollen here where they normally put me through to the machine. You know, I have my scars, my transplant scar, I have a surgery here. You know, when I open myself, there's a lot of stuff going on in my stomach, you know, but I refuse to look like what I am going through. And I want to be a face of encouragement to people. I told you I opened a foundation in Nigeria, right? So when I came, in fact, even when I opened that foundation, I traveled to Dubai. Do you know that I did not do anything anymore in my foundation because I was building a man? You know, I lost myself. I lost my vision. I'm a singer. I don't even sing because my guy then has ear impairment. He was hearing with only his right ear. His left ear was impaired. He cannot listen to sound. I bought my keyboard. I have a keyboard in Dubai, but I never played it one day because he's prone to sound. He can't listen to sound. So I lost myself. I lost my talent. I didn't feel anything bad because I felt like I want to be with him, right? So when I came to Dubai, I sat down. Came to UK. I saw that I have a vision. I'm crying over a man because I was building a man. I'm crying over my body because my body is going down. But I can still do something. I have a vision in Nigeria. Guess what? I kicked up myself. I called my team in Nigeria. They said, Mama, we've not heard from you. I said, I'm back. Tell me whatever we can do for kidney patients in Nigeria. Do you know that most persons, I'm just saying it for the first time in your life, Odogu, people do not know that I'm going through kidney failure again the second time. I told my parents, do not tell anyone because I don't want anybody to cry over me. I'm in a better place. I can't come out the second time on TV and be begging for fund. I said, God has elevated me from that level. So now I told my team did not know that I'm even having, oh my goodness. My team did not even know that I'm having kidney failure. They said, why are you so energized? I said, you know what? Thank you so much, guys. I said, you know what? We need to respond to kidney patients. Guess what, Odogu? The little money, I was doing a part-time job here in the UK. Any money I get, I will send it back home. Thank God for exchange rate. I'll send it back home. For many, if you go through my page, you see the people I am actually caring for in Nigeria. I'm paying for dialysis patients in Nigeria. I'm sending my team to schools. Thank you so much. I'm sending my team to schools to go and talk about kidney health. My foundation has kicked off because I forgot myself. I forgot my vision. Young ladies, never you forget yourself when you are with a man. Don't forget who you are. You have a vision. You have your own life. If not for heartbreak, I don't think I would be doing what I'm doing today. I forgot myself. And within the space of 6 months, I got back to my foundation. I was doing a lot. Somebody saw me in Canada and nominated me for an award in UK here. You know, in last year, that was my second award I'm getting in my life. You know, Glam Award. I was nominated for my humanitarian work. I'm like, who know the little things I'm doing? I'm just doing it from my heart, because I used to tell people my foundation is not, it's not because I want to make money, or because I woke up one day, I want to just have a foundation. My foundation is bettered from an experience. I know what kidney patients are going through in Nigeria right now. They're going through a lot. So I want people to please, anyone hearing my voice that can support. You are not supporting me. I'm in a good place. The UK government, they are taking care of me. Imagine a kidney patient like me. I'm still going to, I have work tonight. I work as a night carer. I go to work. So that's to say I'm in a better place. When I was a kidney patient in Nigeria, my brothers used to back me. There's no wheelchair. That's why I've supplied wheelchair for dialysis patients in renal department in UBTH. I supplied them wheelchair because I remember then there's no wheelchair. My brothers will back me, will fall on the ground, they will pick me up again. So is it that girl that will think about going to work? So I can't work. But here in the UK, because the dialysis section is going well and it's free of charge, I don't have to pay. So I can't miss any dialysis section. So it's making me look healthy. I'm looking fine. No brother, no sister here. But I can go to the market. I'll buy things for myself. I'll come and cook. I take care of myself. I'm strong. I go to work. Even in my place of work, my company do not know that I'm sick, because I'm doing job like every other human being. So it's not, my foundation is not about me. It's about the people back home who are sick. Many people are dying. It's not because kidney disease kills, how will I put it, rapidly like that. They die because they don't have money for dialysis. Because I have been there, I would have also died if not that God raised people for me. So that's why I am here. And my platform is to talk about kidney health. My platform is to educate people, to make them know that there is a disease called kidney, because there are a lot of decisions and a lot of lifestyle that people just live, and they don't know that their internal organ is at risk. Are you getting it? So I'm here to be a voice, to be an advocate, to be a voice as an awareness for people. And I'm also here to be a voice for kidney patients in Nigeria, especially the poor ones, people that can't even afford 3 meals a day. How can they afford 50,000 naira? That's the cheapest dialysis section. 50,000 naira for one section. Oh, they are supposed to do dialysis for the rest of their life. And to stay healthy, they are supposed to do dialysis 3 times in a week. Okay, and that 3 times in a week, the cheapest hospital you go is a federal hospital, which is 50,000 naira or 55,000 naira. Somebody's salary will be 50,000 naira, and he's supposed to do one section of dialysis for a week, which is supposed to be 3 times for one salary. How can that person cope? And that's why some people are doing dialysis once in a month. When you see them, they're looking so sick. They can't breathe, because I just told you I can't drink water that much because I'm a dialysis patient. When you're sick of kidney, you cannot, I'm sorry, I'm dripping. When you're sick of kidney, you cannot drink, you cannot pass urine. Right now, I don't pass urine. I think I'm coming out for the first time to talk about this, because people just see me online. They think I'm a survivor. I tell people I'm a survivor. I don't tell people I'm a fighter. I don't tell people I'm doing it, but I'm coming out in your platform. Let me just say the truth. Everybody should know I'm a kidney patient, and this is my second journey. I'm one of the youngest in the dialysis center in my hospital here in the UK. And those old people do be looking at me, and they used to tell me, Sarah, what are you doing here? You're too young. And I'm laughing in my head, like, if you know that this is my second journey, I'm your senior sister in this situation. You're too young, you shouldn't be here. But this is my second time. So I'm young, but I'm experiencing this sickness. Are you getting bored? I'm not allowing it to eat my body. I'm not allowing it to get to my head. Even my ex is looking at me from afar. He's reaching out to me sometimes and tells me, you inspire me. I say, why? You left me. So no, you inspire me because most ladies will not be able to pick up themselves and stand the way you're standing. And now my good news, Odoku, let me share my good news. Despite when I came here, I was telling a lot of people, many guys see me, when I dress up like this, I nod like this, people will not understand that a lot of things are opening in my body. Guys love me. They just, I want to be with you. I want to marry you. And I tell them, look, this is who I am. They'll just run. I felt like, okay, this is abroad now. They are exposed. They are kind of, they are not like the myopic, Ibotic, I'm sorry, Odoguya and Igbo man, but it was Igbo man that broke my heart.
And
So,
I'm from Nnewi, by the way.
you're from Inewi. You will know him, oh. You will know your brother because he's from a good family, though, from Inewi. Yeah, no, we'll talk later. So, when some of them are born here, the people that are even asking me out, they are born here. So I'll say, these ones, they will have a different mindset. They will still run away. But although just last year, I met someone. I met a British man. I want to share my testimony. So that's why I say I'm not here to beg. I want to encourage young ladies. Don't lose yourself. Okay? I'll tell you, I'm not wearing my ring. I just woke up and I saw you online. Yeah. I got engaged this February, okay, by a British man. I'm grateful to God. I'm sharing my testimony. I'm grateful to God, sharing my testimony. I'm using this to also encourage people. This is me that have gone through 2 failed relationships that is supposed to lead to marriage. This is not just relationship. The first one, I already got, I got my hall. I've won my wedding gown. Okay, that relationship broke me to pieces. The second one, I invested so much in that relationship and it broke me, and they both left me. Those were the 2 relationships I've ever been in, and they both left me in the worst time of my life. And in my head, I will not meet any man again that will love me, because anyone that comes around, they will ask me out. I will tell them this is who I am. I tell them straight up, God, I don't have the strength to start a relationship and get broken again. I tell them straight up, this is who I am, and they will run away. In fact, they won't even have sympathy to say, oh my God, oh, you're going through this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't date you, but how are you coping? Ask me how I am. Like, show me some humanitarian mind or emotions. No, they will just run as if I am not a human being. And you get, sometimes it gets to me. It's paining me because I know who I am. I'm a beautiful woman. Not just beauty. Beauty is nothing. I'm very intelligent. I'm industrious. I'm a very strong woman. I'm a woman that a man should have in their life. I'm not boasting. I know my parents will tell me, you are the kind of daughter that we should not be praying for to have a husband, because you are a woman that a man should have in their life. I don't look for a man that has money. I've never done that. May just come my way, but I don't. What I look at a man, I look at his vision, I look at what he can offer in the future. I am ready to suffer with a man. That's the kind of woman. I'm not a Gen Z kind of girl. I'm a woman I'm an analog woman. I refuse to be a Gen Z girl. That's why I'm telling people, whether you suffer with a man, the man did not allow you or did not give you your dividends, don't change who you are. Don't let your bad experience change who you are. Maybe you are meant to change a man's life. So in the nearest future, when you meet a good man, you allow the pain of the past to affect the good man that God has brought to you. And that innocent man will start suffering from the pain of the past. So please remain who you are. It's a privilege to be used by God to change somebody's life. It's a big privilege. So if God gives me a man again tomorrow, which God has given me, thank God, I don't have to suffer with this man. God has blessed me with that. But I've told myself, if God still gives me a good man tomorrow, God says you are meant to transform this person's life, to support this man, I count it all joy. I'll count it a privilege that through me, my husband is doing so well. Because we as women, we need to see ourselves as helpmates. That's what God called us to be. Unlike the kind of people that the kind of generation we are having now, where women are looking for a man, already made man, that you want to come in. Sometimes you need to see yourself as a woman to change a man's life. That you need to know what you are. If you are a valuable person, then when you come into a man's life, no matter the state a man is, his life definitely will be transformed, because you carry light. Because you should know who you are as a woman. Don't be looking for already made. Look for a man that has something here, that has a vision, that has life. It doesn't necessarily mean he has to have millions, but has life and has vision. That's what God has blessed us with as women. God has given us foresight. We see. I saw that man, and I'm not regretting today. My father told me, don't regret. You sowed in a good ground. You get it? So when people look at my ex today, everybody knows in Dubai, people were angry with him, like, did you leave ESO? You left ESO. That girl that made you. So my joy is people know that it was when he met me, his life changed. Who am I in this world? For me, through me, a man's life will change. So it's a blessing. It's painful, but it's a blessing. So count everything to be blessings, guys. It may be that the whole world turned. I know a lot of women are going through a lot of heartbreak. This is my type of story. Many people may have gone through it. But you need to use Maya as an encouragement. Today, do you know that if they tell me that last year, middle of last year that I will have a ring in my finger is a lie. I never even believe any man will marry me again, because the men that have passed through my DM is too much, more than 200. Okay, but none wants to stay. Even some white men too, some Scottish. I met a very nice Scottish man. The way the guy left, I cried that day. I cried to my parents. They said, "What?" I said, "Look, sure, you guys said Oyibo man will not disappoint me." They said they were petting me. They said, "Don't worry." I said, am I carrying a disease? The worst thing is that my condition is not contagious. It's not like even if you sleep with me as a woman, you will not get kidney disease. My system is clean because the machine is cleaning my system. So I don't have any other internal problem. I don't have diabetes, which is not contagious. I don't have high blood pressure, which is not contagious. Nothing about my body is contagious. But why is it that they see it and they just run? But God has put a smile on my face because I didn't give up on myself. And when I asked my fiance, I said, why do you want to be with me? He said, I'm inspired that you are a strong woman. I did not meet you. I met you in your lowest, but you are not in your lowest. I want my people. He's introducing me to his family and he's telling them there's something that made me love this girl. She's down. She has body, like her body's down, right? Her system is down. Yes, she's walking. Yes, she's inspiring people. Yes, she's reaching out to people. She's not putting up a sad face. He said because he told himself he doesn't want to be with a broken woman. Because there's something a man cannot do. You cannot fix a broken woman, right? It so goes with a woman. You can't fix a broken man. So you need to be fixed first. And when he saw me, he saw a woman who is broken but refused to be broken. Circumstances have broken her, but she refused to be broken. That is what is making him to say, look, I die here. I will be with this woman. And I'm so grateful to God. Who am I? I'm grateful to God. So this is my story. It's sad, but at the same time, it has a beautiful ending. I'm getting married soon. Hey, God. God is good. God is good. I'm grateful to God. So don't get broken. I'm in the situation. No, it's not like I got I'm on a waiting list. I'm trusting God for a transplant. I told you I came from a very loving family, and my father wants to donate. I said, don't donate, please. My brother is here. I brought my brother to the UK last year, so that he can come and donate. But when they checked him, he cannot donate for me because there was an issue. So it's so painful that my brother cannot. He's crying. He wants to give me his kidney. My siblings, they want to die for my sake. They love me so much. With the love of my family, I am more than enough. I am so grateful for that. So I'm telling everybody, if you have a loving family, stick to that. Guys can break your heart. People can disappoint you outside. But if you have a loving family, that is a blessing from God. You get it? So please don't lose yourself. Don't lose your vision. Don't lose yourself to your circumstance. Your circumstance is a phase. I know definitely whether I come out of this or not, this circumstance will not see me sad. The enemies or the kingdom of darkness, they are wondering. They are tired. They are like, we've broken this girl to the highest. She's still not broken. Yes. Let that be your testimony. Those of you listening to me today, if you're down, a lot of trials, I see Odogu, I see you, I see what you're doing. God bless you. You bring up people here. Their stories are quite touching. I just want to encourage everyone going through that downtime. Don't give up on yourself. Nobody's going to encourage you more than yourself. My parents do encourage me. My friends do encourage me. But I think I get more encouragement from my own self. I come to myself and I talk to myself. I tell myself, the things I tell myself is what keeps me going, apart from what people tell me. So you need to be a fighter. You need to be strong for yourself. Because if you give up, you lose. You lose. So please be encouraged, everyone. This is my story. Yeah.